What do you remember about the time period after the season had ended, but before you realized that you wouldn't be able to play in the NBA?
Uh, I just remember I was just ecstatic about everything. I mean, that was probably some of the happiest times of my life. Just like the realization of being able to take care of your family, after everything they've struggled for you for. I mean, my mom and dad, they never missed a beat for me, in order for me to be able to follow my basketball dreams. And I just remember just preparing myself and putting myself in the mindset of, I'm going to do whatever it takes from, this point forward to get above the competition and to be able to be drafted where I rightly belong. And I just remember putting in the work each and every day, and it was like the professional mindset just kicked in immediately. But overall, I was just like overjoyed with the thought that my dream of being able to take care of my family and give something back to my family for all that they've sacrificed for me, was about to come true.
And I also vividly remembered the outpour of support and also some disappointment when everyone learned that you wouldn't be able to play in the NBA due to medical ineligibility. How did you first learn that you had Marfan syndrome?
It was June 21st. I remember the draft was June 26th. Um, just a normal day for me during pre-draft. I woke up at 6:30 a.m. and I was at the gym by 7:15, ready to go, stretched and ready to go. I remember I was with my high school coach. His name is Ray Forsett, and we were at Mo Williams Academy. And I just remember like walking in the gym and just like everybody's aura was kind of off that day, And I'm the type of guy to speak up, so I'm yelling at guys like, "Yo, what's up with you guys? Like you don't have the same energy as we always do. Like I'm trying to get after it today." And I remember Ray walking into the middle of the court and he was like, "Man, just relax today. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy the game." I just remember him just telling me just to enjoy being on the court. And after the workout, we were driving home and like I just felt like his whole personality changed towards me, like almost like he was just sad for me or something. And I just remember like driving down the road. I was in the passenger seat, and I remember seeing my parents' car like in the driveway. And at this time, they lived in Kansas, so I was like, man, like they about to have a surprise party for me or something. Like, what's going on? And then I remember walking through the front door, and like my whole coaching staff was there. From Baylor, my agent was there, my pastor was there, brother and sister, whole family. Like my whole circle, my tight knit circle that I've been through everything with was there. And I didn't see my parents at all until I like started walking into the house. And I remember I walked up to the house and like immediately, like I just felt it, like it just hit me, like I felt the news about to come. And like I looked to the back of the room, and like in the back of the room, my mom was there, and like her eyes was bloodshot red. Like my mom was this beautiful woman, and she just wasn't glowing like she usually does. And she just looked at me, and immediately I kind of knew what it was because earlier in the pre-draft, like I had got flagged at the combine, and they told me that they needed to take my DNA to see if I had Marfan syndrome. But I thought that everything was clear because I still went through my pre-draft process. The NBA still let me go through the pre-draft process, and it was like that moment, 5 days before the draft where I found out about the news, and that
Mm.
the rest was history.
How does Marfan's affect you specifically? Because I know it shows up in people differently. So what about it made you ineligible?
I just remember going back and forth with like the NBA doctors and everything, and because it was written in the Marfan handbook, like people who are affected with Marfan syndrome should not be participating in like any extracurricular activities that could get your heartbeat going. They kind of try to tell people not to participate in any physical activities, anything that could be strenuous to your heart. Me personally, it doesn't affect me at all. I mean, uh,
Mm.
Dr. David Liang, he's been my doctor ever since I found out that I had Marfan syndrome. And the reason why he wrote me the clearance letter in 2017 to play is because he was just like, out of all my cases that I've had in my whole career, like I don't see anything related to Marfan syndrome that you have. They tried to say maybe that my eye situation was related to Marfan syndrome, but that could have been trauma from when I was 10 years old and I got hit in the eye from a baseball. That just caught up to me later in life. So me personally, it doesn't affect my life at all. I mean, I've been healthy as can be, my whole life. I've been an athlete my whole life. It's just kind of like, sometimes you're dealt a bad hand.